welcome to the Lit Up Lightworker Podcast, bringing you fun and soulful interviews with spiritual teachers with the aim of tuning you in and lighting you up. You can access all episodes of the podcast on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and TuneIn. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos and interviews all about spirituality and wellness. My name is George Lizos. I'm a spiritual teacher, intuitive, the co-creator of Elemental Healing, and the author of Be the Guru and the best-selling Lightworkers Gotta Work. And today I am thrilled to have here with me Vincent Karche. Vincent Karche is an author, forester, opera tenor, and TEDx speaker. Born near the majestic Moyèvre forest in France, he enjoyed a career as a celebrated opera singer, but was struck speechless after a severe burnout. It was amongst the forests of Quebec that he rediscovered his voice, his true self, and his mission in life to help others reconnect with the healing power of trees. He now leads roundel lyrics retreats, marrying, singing, and forest bathing in the Gave forest, and also delights audiences at the Angers-Nantes Opera in France. Vincent, welcome to the Lit Up Lightworker Podcast.
Hello, George. Hello, everybody.
I am so excited to talk about your book, Tree Wisdom, that was, I believe, translated to English from French and published by Hay House. Now, I have a strong affinity with trees, and I was thrilled to get my hands on this. You share a beautiful journey of connecting with the trees and healing with the trees through the different seasons of the year. But before we jump into all the details, I want to hear about your stories of connecting with the trees and finding out about the magic and healing power of the trees.
Yes. First of all, hello, everybody. Thank you in advance for your patience with my English. I'm not that used to speaking English, so thank you so much. Yes, the trees, it started when I was born in a very small village in east of France, in an area called Lorraine. Maybe you know Alsace-Lorraine, at the border of Germany. And there are a lot of trees there. And every day after school, I was in the woods and just felt very happy there all the time. And it started like that. So I didn't know why, but I felt, I was a very melancholic boy. So, but with the trees, I all the time felt in peace, or felt good. And then after that, it was just natural to become a forester in France. That was my first job. I used to plant trees, to protect trees in south of France against fires, or to have a job in Canada too at the same time. In Africa, it was very interesting to plant new trees in Africa, which was able to grow very quickly for the needs of the populations. So it was very interesting. But at the same time, in Burundi, I discovered I had the tenor voice. So it changed at the chorus of Bujumbura, the capital of Burundi. So it changed all my life. And music was my big hobby. And I had to try that and to leave behind my job in forestry, and then have a story with the music and with the tenor I was. Yeah. And that's it. It started like this, the story thing, with the trees. And then after that, I had a career as an international solo tenor, but it was very stressful. And suddenly I lost my voice after 10 years of this. And the only way, it was a real burnout, and the only way was to reconnect with trees at this time. And this is the base of what I'm trying to share now with people. So what I met at this moment, when I lost everything, my voice, it was everything. But with the First Nation, with the chief from the First Nation Wendat in Quebec, I learned again to feel the trees, to be in the moment present. And that's a new life starting at this moment.
And so you've had an experience of knowing the trees from, again, planting them, and like a scientific perspective of like being there and knowing what the trees need and taking care of them. But how did you discover their healing abilities and the spirit and their consciousness? And how was the process that you went out in nature and you connected? Can you share with us a little bit about why are trees so healing? What is it about them?
Yeah, at the moment I was in forestry, I was not that sensitive with trees. It was very technical. I felt happy with them, but it was not at this moment I learned that. It's really during this time in 2006 with the chief of First Nations. I spent 4 months there with him. And yeah, he told me, it was very evident. He told me, oh my God, you're not alive. You're just in your thoughts. You want you regret from the past, you were a big tenor, something like that, and you want to become again the tenor you were, so you have projects. But he told me, Vincent, you're not here. You're not alive because you're not here, just experimenting the life in your body, in your breathing, and he was right. That was a shock for me to hear that you're not alive. But he was right. And he told me, okay, just stay here in the forest, just every day, a couple of hours and more if you can, stay with trees and just be there. And with a dog as well, a kind of a wolf dog he gave me for the at this moment. So it was, I spent a lot of time only with the dog and only in the forest with trees. And then I could feel for the first time, oh, whoa, what's going on? What am I feeling then inside? So that's energy. Wow, I feel alive, like I never felt it before. So that's for me the base of my new life and a positive shock. So, yeah, that's it.
And in the book, you talk about connecting with the trees through the different seasons. So we have autumn, winter, spring, and summer, and different messages that the trees have for us in each season. Could we quickly go through each season and just tell us generally what the energy that the trees bring in each season?
Yeah. We can start with spring. Spring is just the season of like a new birth after the winter. You can breathe again. So the trees are breathing. They just breathe in two ways, two different ways. We only have one way to breathe. But the trees have the same like us without the lungs, but they breathe in the cells. So they need oxygen and they give carbon dioxide. But at the same time, in spring, when the leaves grow back, then they have the other breathing, which is amazing for us because it takes the carbon dioxide of carbon and they give oxygen. So that's the biggest gift for us because we need oxygen, of course, and we feel more the potential of our breathing with trees, especially in spring, during the spring. And that's it. And summer, then after that, it's more, okay, you've planted some things and you can, the fruits are coming. You can, how can I say that, taste the fruits and the good energy of the trees in full life. So at the beginning of summer, they are in full life, full energy, full presence. Because for me, the biggest secret of trees is that they are amazing presences. So they allow us to be more present, but in ourselves, the life feeling just in the moment present. And they are like, their constitution is like this. That's the biggest secret. You can find it in the way they are built, the way they live. The cambium, the places, what is alive in a tree is the parts living in the moment present. And the years before and the days before, it's just dead or dying. It's there in their cells. That's amazing. And they are pure presence and they allow us to be more present. That's more evident in all seasons, but in summer, that's very strong, this power. Then autumn is time to, okay, we've done that, and we gave our energy, we gave what we could during the two living seasons, and it's time to, okay, to prepare to leave and to let go what is not necessary to to take with us. And it's where we can learn to let go at this moment. What is not easy for us, I have to say. I was very attached to everything and to the past, and and so in autumn it's the best time period to go with trees and learn with them. Okay, they never let the leaves of the year stay there and live in another season. They accept to leave everything what was vital during the summer and spring. Okay, they let go. That's amazing. And they're confident on the fact that new leaves are going to come after winter. So it's very inspiring for us, for me, and for the people I share it. And of course, then leaves are gone. Life is at the minimum. And in winter, it's time of, okay, what have we done to just to relax, to calm, to let the energy like this, and time to just to breathe slowly and not to go in big energy like we do sometimes in our societies, and so I try in winter now more to, okay, to be very, to calm down my activity and really to sleep, and yes, to let things, how can I say, re-energize.
Re-energize, yes.
Yeah,
So it's basically all about mirroring the tree's life, because trees are part of nature and they follow nature cycles, and we are part of nature, and yet we try to forget that and push ourselves all the time to work, and be constantly on summer mode. I know I do this because, like, I'm a Leo, so I'm all about work, and then I'm like exhausting myself. So I totally get that. So I want to hear a little bit about different types of trees, because I told you before we started, so I'm going to share the story really quickly. When I was younger, I had this attachment to an acacia tree, and I like the way that the branches fell down, it felt like they were hugging me, and I felt very protected and nurtured, like in the embrace of the acacia tree. So are different trees holding different kinds of wisdom?
Yes, kind of wisdom. I think the biggest wisdom is they are all present. That's for all the trees. But different kind of healings I feel more. Yes. Especially my experience is that, for example, the Douglas fir, there are a lot of them in America, some in Europe too. There are big strengths of life. And at the same time, I noticed that they, how can I say, they heal all what is about headaches, or what's in the ears when you have the
ringing of the ears.
Yeah, that's it. I have people after half an hour meditating, close to touching the Douglas fir, and me too. It disappears. The headaches, especially, it works. I'm sure one day the science will prove it scientifically, but it's a fact. It's my experience of other people with Douglas fir. So I think it stimulates the circulation energy. So the headaches for me, it's kind of something blocked, energy blocked somewhere there, and this tree makes the movement of all this energy, and it can go to the earth at this moment very easily. And okay, there is a moment, there's life again, and it can disappear and go in the flow. The headache. So that's one of the points. Other trees are more when you need to feel protected. Oaks are wonderful for that. Oaks are wonderful when you need to feel strong, because they are very well balanced how they are. And maybe you felt the strength of those trees and the stability, balance. If you need that, then go to oaks. I like chestnut, for example, too, because the chestnut is fantastically resilient. If you cut a chestnut, then it's amazing how new buds can grow around the tree stump, and then he grows and quicker than before. That's amazing resilience, strength, power, and that's it. And but at the same time, like you did, it's your feeling first. If you're attracted to a tree, whatever it is, then go. If you're not, then don't go. Sometimes it's not the right moment, the right tree, the right energy. But follow your own instinct and feeling, and go to the tree. Wow, I'm very attracted. I feel something. I feel alive. I feel attracted, and let's go. What's going on? That's my first advice, above all,
They're very much like humans, like they have their own different energy, and then you're like, oh, I'm attracted to this tree, or I'm not attracted to that tree, and different times you want different kinds of energies. So what are some processes that we can use, like a practical process that anyone can use right now to go out in nature, find a tree, and experience some kind of healing with a tree?
Yeah, for me, first of all, very simply, say to be connected with the tree, how to go and come. And what I learned and what I feel now strongly with the First Nations is just to come and just hello, in a way, not with words, but sometimes with the heart. Just I come, I say hello. I recognize you as a being living, and for me, a very other important thing is to offer something, to arrive. Okay, I offer you, and I'm not just there to take your energy, to take what you have to give to me. No, I come and I offer you first. Maybe a little water. You take your water. The children like this, they give a little water to the tree or earth, or I don't know, whatever. Maybe it can be very symbolic, but just come in this attitude. It changes everything inside you. You're not here to take, but to exchange, to have a real relationship with the being. That's very important. Then feel if it's okay, of course. If a tree says, if there is a big yes, but it's before to go to the tree, a big yes. And then it's just to present yourself and to see what is the best contact of the day with the trees. Hands, the back, if you need, the verticality, whatever, on the ground, on the soil, and just feel what is the best connection in the moment, and just breathe there. Just breathe and let's come what can appear with the tree, and let you surprise. And it's kind of meditation. If a thought come, just welcome, but come back with your breathing and let go the thoughts and whatever. And then maybe you start to feel something warm in your hands, or the more life in your body. Come with your sensations, and that's it. Stay as long as you can in the silence, in breathing, with the contact with tree. And then when you feel it's finished, okay, say thank you so much, gratitude, and go. That's the first contact practice.
That's amazing. And for people listening, watching, in the book, Tree Wisdom has so many processes you can use to connect with different types of trees. There are messages for every season that the trees give us, and processes, practical processes you can practice out in nature. So be sure to go ahead on Amazon and purchase this beautiful book. I read it, I loved it, and I'm so excited to be reading it as the year goes by the way. I think it's a perfect book to have with you throughout the year, and just read each season as you go through it and see how you connect with the trees around you. Vincent, thank you so much for joining us. Where can people learn more about you and get to work with you?
Well, it's especially in France. I have a website, randolyrique.com. It's very to see my planning. If anybody, a group of 10, 20 person wants to have a session one day of what I say tree voice therapy, because I'm still a singer, we just experiment sounds with trees.
Yes.
If anybody anywhere as a group wants to invite me, then we can discuss and see what happens. Yeah, I can
That
come.
is perfect. So I'm gonna post the link to Vincent's website in the show notes. Vincent, thank you so much for joining us, and I'm so excited for everyone to go out and check out Tree Wisdom. Have a lovely rest of your day.